Does he look like he's been crying? There's no crying in MAGA. There's no crying in cocaine. Jesus. This is, by the way, this is about inflation. I'm sure, wow, Bidenflation is officially out of control. Guys, the numbers are, 7% year over year from 2020 when everything took a shit. And if you take out gas and used cars, it's 5.5%. And people don't wipe their ass with used cars or make omelets out of 3 used cars. So fuck off with the used car thing. And then the gas prices, where it was negative $36 a barrel for oil last year. Of course, by comparison, it's going to be over. Can I share with you before I'm sure he's going to dump into this shit? I'm certain of it. That I got on a bit of a tear, as I am wont to do, about the these articles that were put out by where is it? Son of a bitch. By Washington Post. Washington Post did a thing about inflation. And I was like, you a-holes. Oh, there's a couple of really funny pieces of Joe Rogan stuff that's really good too. We'll get to that in a minute. Oh my God, so fun. Here it is. Here we go. You guys, you know. All right. In case you're new here, and you might be, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Settle in. Even if you hate me, you'll learn to love me. That's how it works. This, oh good God. So we talk a lot about how when you see a percentage used anywhere and they don't give you the actual number, you know, there was a 300% rise in such and such a thing. There were 800 the year before, and therefore there were 26.5, let's say, ballpark, the next year. So, you know, that kind of idea. If they don't give you the actual numbers and they just give you the percentage, or they give you the actual numbers, and they're saying that's huge, without saying, okay, percentage-wise, how is that different from last year? Or how's it going up or going down? Is it telling me that there's a trend that I should be aware of and therefore something can be done about it? Or are you saying drowning deaths are up in this town because of the flood, but next year, be careful taking a bath? Like, that kind of bullshit drives me nuts. Drownings were up 100% this year because of a flash flood. Therefore, building inspectors are going around checking tubs. Like, you got to solve the problem that actually exists, not the one that just kind of, it was water and lungs is the problems. Okay, so before this dipshit gets into this, Washington Post had this dude, Henry Olson, who's a senior fellow someplace, and writes on Post Opinions, and he calls himself a working class Republican, and which I don't know what the fuck that means. And he used the Fed chart, the St. Louis Fed chart, to show how awful year over year personal consumption expenditures. Do you see where this chart is going? You see how it was way down here? See this angle of a ramp? 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 See how it keeps fucking going exactly that way? Except for this big, giant, fucking jagged dip because of COVID? Because 2020 happened? Because we had a lockdown? Because all of this is true? What the how fucking stupid do you have to be to think that this is an exemplary rise in costs that's exorbitant compared to anything else? Look at the normal arc. If this is here and this goes to here, but you just take a big chunk out, or if it went the other way, it just went way fucking up for some reason nobody knows. The base point of it was, oh my God, it's way down. No, it isn't. It's exactly on the same trajectory it was a couple of years ago. It just humps along. It doesn't give a fuck. The economy just does what it does because there's so many goddamn people, and you don't turn a ship, even in this circumstance, off of its course. People just went back to buying the shit they were buying. This is the stupidest fucking thing. And this is the referential chart that he used. By the way, he of course used the extended version that goes from like 1900 to this one, which by the way makes this even dumber. But because it's in print, if you don't go over to the Fed chart, this little jag right here looks like the sum total of the year. So the chart looks like it ends here. It looks like, oh no, what a big crater of something. That must be bad. It's exactly the normal arc of this, the incline. It's it's painfully dumb. And the only reason there's a year-over-year fucking of the numbers is because last year it went, and this year it went, and yet nothing ultimately changed. It's the same price arc that it's been on. They didn't sell anything last year. Fucking hell. I just, like, when I saw that was what he was referencing, because a lot of these guys play ducks and drakes with what they're referencing. So I'll go on, all right, what case are they making? Oh, thank you, Ed Getter. I get wound up about my foods, man. Sometimes I'll just dive into this stuff. And I mean, this is just, the incline on this it's almost fucking magic. Like, look at that. Look at the gap. Look at that gap. It's the same. I mean, you could draw a goddamn line with a protractor over that. It's so, take a Sharpie to it. That'd solve it. Thanks, guys. Sandy, I try. And this is why they won't let me on MSNBC right now, because I will like verbally strangle someone. Morning, Joe. I'm calling you out, buddy. You're going to get a call from my publicist soon. I got it. Dude, look at this. How can I just come? All I want to do is go on CNN and Fox News with this chart and go, stop being an ass. Like, can I just? It's all right. I sure get wound up about math for being a comedian, I just want to see this point? These 2 points. Stop pretending 2020 didn't happen. Year over year. What a bunch of, oh God. And I'm sure, and by the way, you can't start your dunking video when he looks like he has been weeping. This is terrible. I mean, is he bagged out? Is this, you guys know I'm a teetotaler. I don't do drugs. Never have, never will. Not interested. What series of drugs is this? Because I would, as an outsider, I would straight up say fucking bourbon. Just whiskey. Just fucking whiskey drunk. He looks like an old fucking whiskey drunk. Right? It's allergies. He's allergic to having to do Rumble videos for Coke money. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. All right, there's probably going to be an ad on this because he needs some money. Yep.
You ever wondered what actors and actresses do when they have to get in shape really fast for a movie?
Yeah.
Because
speed.
Well, guys, you're seeing it for yourselves, and now the new inflation numbers are out, right?
Are they? Already. Dude, you can't do 5 seconds. He can't do a 5 fucking second intro without looking at his notes. And then they're going to be on the right side today. It's a 3-minute video. Motherfucker. I know I'm the only person who gives a shit about this, but it's just so lame.
First time in a long time you've had 3 months over 6%, but it hit 7%.
Year over year. What was it? How about all these industries during 2020? Were they banging? Were restaurants just killing it in 2020, asshole?
In this last report, right? The highest since 1982. For perspective, I am old, and in 1982, I was 4.
I was 12. I was 12. He was 4. Now, granted, he still has the same reading comprehension skills he had in 1982. I've worked on mine a little.
Okay? That's how disastrous this administration is.
What? It's so disastrous, it's like the beginning of the Reagan years. Remember what Republicans thought of the Reagan years? Also, tell us about the great pandemic of 1981.
Grocery shelves are empty.
Are they? Do you do a lot of your grocery shopping yourself? The grocery shelves are empty. People are starving to death. There's really nothing left. I mean, I went grocery shopping, and I have to admit, a couple of specific items I were looking for were sold out. They said they'd have more in day after tomorrow, but we'll see. I don't know that that'll be true. I'm expecting to go back, and there'll be rows and rows of empty shelves that looks suspiciously like the shelves from Fukushima Daiichi, right, Laura Ingram, and with just like one bean.
Prices are rising. Inflation.
They're rising, guys. Camera's over here, fucko. We're over here.
Is sky high. You can't find COVID tests, but Joe Biden is out there making sure to call Americans racist if they want basic things like voter ID. But
is he? Is that what he said? Did somebody say, I want basic voter ID? And he went, you're a racist. Is that how it went? I mean, check your notes.
Let's talk about inflation, right? Inflation is the Democrats' tax on the middle class, right?
Oh, fuck. He's reading this talking point straight from the RNC.
Prices are skyrocketing.
Scroll it, dude. Scroll your talking point, motherfucker. This has more information on it. I have to, let me scroll. Oh, God.
Okay?
Okay. This is I know I'm losing you. This is hard for me to grasp. It's hard for you to grasp. I feel like I'm bleeding from the ears just reading this. It's a tax on the middle class because, granted, gas prices were higher when my dad was president, but
has made gas prices go up. Now, that's also policy decisions, right? And we got to be clear. Let's be very clear. Because people are saying Joe Biden's doing all this. Let's not kid ourselves, guys. Very few people believe that Joe Biden is competent enough to make actual decisions, right?
Right, yeah. A lot of people believe your dad is still president and all these fuck-ups are his. You know, those are the people that show up at Mar-a-Lago in the middle of the night and fuck the holes in the fences just to get their dick an inch closer to Trump.
You see him on a daily basis. This is Democrat policy. Democrat lawmakers, Democrats in his administration are...
Oh, I see. So the $5 trillion your dad dumped into the economy that put inflationary pressure on things... that was all Democrats' fault. He didn't want to sign it. He had to.
Taking stuff in front of him to sign. That becomes law, and that, to me, is causing all of this mess, right? Remember, this is from the House Republicans today on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, he gets his RNC brief. It includes tweets from the House Republicans, and he reads them on the video, and they pay him $500, and he snorts it by midnight.
Inflation is taxation. Gasoline is up 49.6%.
Year over year. What was it last year? And by the way, was up 49%.
Used cars is up 30.
Used cars. Because everybody wipes their ass and makes omelets with used cars. I don't know how many times I've gone to the grocery store and there's fucking no used cars. You know why used cars are selling like crazy? Because people are upgrading their fucking cars because they have a little bit of savings and they're investing in themselves. This is not a consumptive act. The reason used car prices are going up is because you have money to get a used car. You had an old shitty used car. Now you can get a newer used car. And I'm sure anybody in the chat, a big fan of New to Me Autos, that car company. I bought most of my cars over the course of my life from the well-known auto manufacturer and supplier New to Me Autos. They have some fine vehicles of all makes. They're just, you get them from all different places. Sometimes from a lot, sometimes from a dude on Craigslist. But it's not a new car, but it's new to you.
7.3%. If you can find a new car, I waited for 4 months to be able to get a new car because we can't get computer chips for a car when...
Huh. Why is that? Did the global supply chain of computer chips and the narrowing of it through China and the danger that it was put in because Taiwan Semiconductor is probably the best chip manufacturer in the world. It is singularly the best chip manufacturer in the world. We've done this before, but let's see. Who's solving? Yeah, here we go. June 1st, 2021. TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, right? Says has begun construction on its Arizona chip factory site. There she is. Yeah. $12 billion plant being built in Arizona to build chips from the quality that you find in Taiwan there, And let's see. How about this? Intel, September 25th, on my fucking birthday. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice, Don? Considering I'm 8 years older than you. Intel broke ground on a $20 billion Arizona plant as the U.S. chip factory race heats up. Hey, remember that U.S. chip factory story that broke during Trump's years? Remember that? Remember all those semiconductor companies that were rushing back into the United States during the Trump? Oh, it didn't happen? Not at all? Why is it happening now? Well, policy might be part of it. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. This is probably from Trump when Trump was. Oh wait, September 25th, 2021. Oh God.
My other one, when the lease expired. Okay, so
yeah, because he doesn't buy cars, he writes off all of his cars. He only leases vehicles. He gets a new car every 4 years. He's a wasteful fuck. I bought my new to me car. I bought my car. It was a year old when I bought it. I bought it used. I have a Toyota FJ Cruiser. And I have had that same vehicle. It is almost a decade old. I guess technically this year it's a decade old. It's 2012. And it's still got good miles in it. And my next vehicle will be an electric car. I don't fucking turn over leases every 4 years. Jesus Christ. Talk about silver spoon problems.
Waited 4 months because we also have a supply chain crisis. And
oh yeah? Do we? And that started this year, did it? Or last year? It started at the beginning of last year? Did it start on... Did our supply chain problems start on January 21st, fucko?
Issue. But Pete Buttigieg was really busy on paternity leave while 350 million Americans are waiting for someone to step up and fix it. They can't be bothered. Gas...
Can't be bothered? You think we still have the same supply chain problems we have in August? You think they're not actually doing their fucking job? I think you're projecting your dad's White House onto everybody else. They put stuff in front of him, he signs it, goes da-da-dee-doo-doo. La Betty do. Has no idea what the fuck is in it. Half of it they're going to fill it in later. Remember those? Remember Trump's executive orders that were unfinished? He just signed them. And they're like, well, we'll fill in the other stuff later.
Utilities are up 24.1%. Fuel oil up and through the roof as we're getting into winter. You're going to...
As we're getting into winter. Are we getting into winter? Hold on one second. He's using stats from, 6 to 8 weeks ago of fuel oil US. Let's see. I can't show you. I can't. Can I please? Can I just show you guys? Since we were talking about the Fred chart, should we look at average price of fuel oil per gallon in the U.S. city? Average, by the way. Obviously, it fluctuates. You'll notice way over here, December 2021, it's $3.44. It was down to $2 during $1.09 because we were buying it at home because nobody could ship it anywhere, and it was they were just pumping it, and they didn't slow any supply, so they collapsed the price essentially. They were like, oh shit, nobody's going anywhere. All the other uses of this oil don't get used for anything. So fuel oil, there, it dropped to $1.09. Oh my God, the percentage difference. Now, fuck the fact that it's almost exactly the price it was in October of 2018, and that it was $3.9 in 2014, 2013, 2012, 2011. Look up at this shit in 2008 in the middle of the financial crisis. What a dick move that was. And that's $2008. That's not with all the extra money that's been pumped into the market, right? Supposedly your dollar ain't worth shit, even though the dollar's really strong right now. Yeah. Fuel oil is down by what, $1.20 from 2008. And again, I don't know what the fuck happened about here, except maybe like this is the price of like Iraq and Afghanistan baked in that fucked with the price and just kind of lifted it up. But it just used to hump along right about here. And it's about what they're using it for and how much they're using it. But yeah, 2008, $4.20, right at that's during Bush. That's right before the collapse, the financial collapse. That's this right here, where it cratered out as well. Went down almost, when it craters at this rate, it craters fairly close. In 2016, in February, it went down to $1.923. It's pretty volatile anyways, but here we are. It's by percentage. Oh my God, the inflation from last year, it's crazy. The inflation from last year, now it's almost identical, like I said, to 2018. But I'm sure Don Jr., when it reached that, because it's, here's March 2016, beginning of the Trump presidency. It was $1.09. And then policies. Shit, it's not even like an emergency happened. By October, it's peaked at 3.3. They start monkeying with the markets to try and ease it up a little bit, but it doesn't go very far. It goes to about $3, and then, hey, look at that. COVID saves Trump from being hoisted by his own petard as it was going up to these same numbers again. Does it like nobody fucking checks? Anytime somebody asks you about most of the things on the CPI, ask them like how much it costs in 2014. Like oil and gas and all that kind of stuff. Ask them in 2014. And by the way, you're right. The 2015, 2016, whatever. Here's the beginning of the Trump presidency. Slight dip, and then it jacked up. It was even more precipitous than I said. So this is Obama still. You get here, here's Trump. Little bit of a drop right after winter, and then for some fucking reason, it's even worse. It was even a bigger precipitous percentage rise 2017 to 2018. It goes from $2.02 to 326, 338. Yeah, like they don't think anybody's gonna look. Try not to get frustrated, buddy. You're doing good work. I appreciate you. Oh, thanks, David. I'm comedy upset because I really do kind of enjoy this part of the job because nobody else is doing it. I feel like there's these areas where I feel like I can contribute in a way that other people either can't or won't, or it just doesn't occur to them. It's one of those three. Most of the time, it's the third, I think. I think very well of most people. So I mean, obviously, he doesn't know any better. He's just fucking dumb. But, like, the people that sent him these notes to read, the people at the RNC, they fucking well know this. They all know this. Most of them were still in government in 2014 and were sitting on committees going, my constituents are worried about fuel oil prices.
Feeling that. Food at home is up 6.5%. Electricity.
Food at home is up 6.5%. Food at home. There it is. There's the jack up. Here's the recession. Yeah, the prices since 1980. That's the, and by the way, this is a percentage change. These are all percentage changes over the time. Okay. Consumer Price Index, which measures the consumer price, rose 7% in December. The same month earlier, 6.8 fastest since 1982. These are the talking points you're hearing all this. Food Index, 12 months percentage change. Consumer Price Index, food at home, food away from home, are up almost 6.7%. That's the Farm Policy News. They're doing this. More narrowly with respect to food, Rachel Siegel and Andrew Van Dam reported in Washington Post that the cost of food was up 6.3% compared with the year before, which has left some shelves and bedeviled grocery supply chains, which has left some shelves empty. Food at home, 12-month percentage change. This is, again, we're hearing this shit, 12-month percentage change. Oh, I know what it says. Hold on. Now, show me the actual, yeah, and this is the same one. Here's gas, 49%. This is the same shit we see every time. What do all these things have in common? What do they all have in common? Gas. Transportation. Any of the food that you use because of gas prices going up will drive up the price of this and this and this and this. And these are percentage changes year over year, remember? And you couldn't get a lot of them, so they were barreling out and they were trying to get them out. We were culling animals. Here we go. Let's see. Dining out. Okay. Dining out costs rose 0.6 from a month ago. That's basically the same trend as the largest rise since 82. These are all in track with the same percentage over end. Now, again, there was no, these are all percentage numbers, not actual cost numbers, but there was no pandemic in 1981. It was just monetary policy. And then, let's see, fastest since 82, rose 7%. Oh, here we go. News release, Bureau of Labor Statistics, Consumer Price Index. These are the overall. So August was 0.3, December was 0.5. These are the averaging out of it. Here's 0.2 December, January. 3 goes up to 8, goes down, drops down in the summer, goes back up because of gas and because of Omicron. Here's Delta. There's Delta. Here's the leftover shit from the beginning before the vaccine started. Then as people started getting vaccinated, they started going out and doing stuff more, spending that good old-fashioned money. People are like, oh, I can make some money because people are out. And then Delta hit right there. There it is. And then it went back up again leading into Christmas. And then it dropped down because Omicron. Oh my God. Now, this is, again, year over year, December 20th to December 21. 12-month percentage change in CPI, Consumer Price Index. Now, seasonally adjusted, that's the CPI for that. Food increase, okay, 0.9%, 0.7%, blah, blah, blah. Year over year, okay. All items less food and energy. The index for all items less food and energy rose 0.6 in December. The shelter index increased 0.4% in December, as the indexes for rent and equivalent rose 0.4%. The same increases in November, October. The index for used cars and trucks continued to rise 3.5%, after increasing 2.5% in the prior 2 months. This is all fucking used cars. The index for household furnishings and operations rose 1.1%. Apparel, 1.7%. People are having a harder time finding a suit than groceries. All right, we've been through this shit but so many goddamn times. But I'm sure, let's see. I'm sure, if we only had a tough leader, you know what I mean? If we only had, because that's the thing about Biden, is he's too soft-spoken, and if he was just tougher, a lot of these problems would go away if he was tougher. Now, a country that has a tough leader, they don't have these kind of problems. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? All right. Guys.
Is up 6.3%. Food away from home is up 6%. Transportation is up 4.2%. It goes on and on.
Wait, transportation is up from when we weren't going anywhere?
On and on.
By the way, oil prices, barrel, 2020. Let's see if I can get a chart that looks halfway decent. Where's the charts, guys? I don't need a list. I want a big picture. There you go. Hold on. Why is this? There we go. Hold on. Move forward. Images. Yeah, see this right here? See right there? That's in April, May. That's just the West Texas crude. That's before we went, holy shit, and the government started buying it. That's us buying our own oil right there, stabilizing the market so it doesn't collapse. What some people would consider socialism, but it isn't. But then if you go to this, oil was literally, for this period, it was negative. They would pay you on this date, they would pay you $36 if you would just take the fucking oil. Just take the barrel. I don't have time. I don't have space. My ship is sinking. It has too many fucking barrels on it. Please take them. And the government, okay. There's that in. See this guy? Now over, let's see. What's this guy? There you go. West Texas precipitate. Crude shares for oil. This is the futures. 2020, right to April. Boink. Just fell off a fucking cliff. So compared to the year before, when it literally went negative and was down, you stayed around the 60 mark most of the time, stayed down here. What do you think happens when it just goes back to normal from this? What the fuck? What do you think happens? And you compare it. Do you get a giant 7% leap or a 39% leap.
So just remember, what happened to Joe Biden claiming he fixed the supply chain crisis at Christmas? I see.
Hey, asshole. No one had any problem. What? Remember turkeys? We weren't supposed to be able to get turkeys. Fucking Christmas trees. I literally, like, my mom got my sister a PlayStation for Christmas because she wanted one. And the way she got it was a friend of hers. She was like, oh, yeah, I know she wants one. And her friend was like, I ordered 2. I didn't think I would get both of them. Thanks, Martine, for the super chat. Appreciate that. Her friend was like, I ordered 2 of them and I had to pay for them because I ordered them, but I didn't think I'd get them because they said they wouldn't be here. So she had fucking 2 PlayStations and had to sell one. Toilet paper, everything's gone. There's nothing. There's nothing left. Yes, no pumpkins. There was going to be no pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie?
Bear shells Biden trending all over the place.
Yeah, because of manipulation of trends, not because of reality.
Because they haven't done anything. Real Americans are feeling it. If I'm at the gas pump, okay?
Yes, if I'm feeling it, imagine how poor people are doing. And again, all this asshole is telling you right now, he said this. We've heard this story since August. He's been telling, it's like he's like his fucking dad. Every time he tells the same fucking story as if life hasn't changed over the course of it. But he's like, if I'm filling up my truck and it's driving me crazy and I'm a billionaire, imagine what other people are doing. And meanwhile, you and I are like, oh yeah, it's up. But I mean, it was way down and I didn't drive anywhere next year. It's not that surprising. Okay, it's like $8 more to fill up my tank. Fuck. Well, okay, that's life. It goes up and down. It's not like we have control over the cost, really. Just move on with it. We don't get really ate up inside. This dude gets really ate up inside filling his truck up, considering he's supposedly a billionaire.
We understand what my last name is and my history, and, you know, I'm the son of a rich guy from New York City.
Oh my God. Donald Trump isn't your father?
If it's pissing me off to fill up my truck, I know
it could very well possibly be that I'm not really the son of a rich guy.
It's doing to real Americans. And this is
real Americans. At least we can agree on something, that we're both kind of on the fence about you being a real American.
Because of Democrat policy. They'll say wages are up. Guess what? This inflation wipes them out. Okay? And it's caused by Democrat policies. Don't let them spin it. Don't let them manipulate the data for their gains.
What? Sorry, what data? You presented no data. You gave me percentages, and I teabagged all of your stupid fucking percentages. And I have to move this frame because this is the weirdest freeze frame ever. It looks like you're plucking pubes during a blowjob. This is gross. Sorry. Oh. Hey, everybody, I'm not here to king shame Don Jr.
Out for what it is and stop voting for these imbeciles because they don't get it. They don't understand.
Yeah, explain the policy. I mean, I know you've only got 8 seconds left or some shit of actual talk, and you're stoned out of your fucking gourd. But tell us what the difference would be, what you'd do differently.
And they are out of touch. We need to push back. We need to end the nonsense, and we need to put America first again.
Well, guys, we need to put America first again. But how? By not having the AUKUS agreement? By not protecting Taiwan? By not having the chip factories come over here? By not having a new battery factory being built in Tennessee for all the electric cars? By not mining for lithium in the Salton Sea and instead chasing oil in fucking Anwar so that we can poison one of the better water sources in the world, or handing over sovereignty of our land and our water to the Canadians so they can pipe shell oil through the country to market when they could just do it over their own goddamn ground. Bless your hearts, Canadians, but fuck off with that nonsense. You already have multiple pipelines running over United States territory that is not for our market. It's not like you're like, hey, we'll send you some oil if you could take some off the top. If you let us run this pipe in, to the Great Lakes, we can put it on a fucking boat. Nope. You pipe it from one part of Ontario to another. Yeah. Guys, they're out of touch. They don't even have a jar of, they don't have a Nivea scented Yankee candle on their Chinese marble cabinet top. They don't have a Christmas card signed digitally by their dad or an invite to something that their dad is doing that they got in the mail. You want some? A Globe Untouched pictures. Like, is that new? Whatever this is, this necklace or something he has framed, or it's Earth and him and Eric and like his dad, and way on top, this is Ivanka. Is that the picture? It's up there. But guys, Bidenflation.